Those that know how to fight, what are some dos/don'ts for those of us that do not know how to fight? Krav Maga instructor checking in. Here are the biggest general tips I can give. Avoid a fight to the best of your ability. Even with training, when a fight happens all bets are off. Even someone who doesn't know what they are doing can get lucky and hit you with something that knocks you out. Once you are down, it's over. Keep in mind multiple attackers. Even assholes have friends. If you are in a fight with someone, keep in mind that you may be in a fight with their friends. If you neutralize one attacker, immediately get back into defense and scan your surrounding to see if someone else is going in. Avoid going to the ground and giving up your back. This is a perfect opportunity for someone to sneak up behind you and get you. Go for the vital areas. It doesn't matter how strong you are, you can't build up things like your eyes, nose, and groin. If nothing else, you can go for those areas to level the playing field. Just keep in mind you will possibly be doing permanent damage. Make sure it's absolutely necessary before using. It's not that you are the one in the wrong, it's that it's something you will have to live with. And that's the 3 main big ones. If you have more questions, hit me up and I'll try my best to answer them. Martial arts instructor here, 10 years of experience. I've done Kung Fu, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and wrestling. Here are the tips I give out to beginners for street fight / self-defense. Verbally diffuse the situation. This is so overlooked in the martial arts world that it's ridiculous. Some glorified martial arts school ignore this option completely, which really baffles me. In my opinion, if you can get out of a fight without fighting, take it. Think about it, it's win/win. You come out without any injuries or legal issues, and you just avoided something nasty. And if you're engaged in a fight, fight dirty. I don't fucking care what you do. Slap the shit out of them, kick them in the balls, poke their eyes out, scratch, twist their nipples, bite, throw shit at them, pocket sand. Do whatever you can to disable the opponent or opponents, and get the fuck out. Any opening or chance you get to run, take it. Your life is in danger, and this isn't a time for honor bullshit. Go for the vital areas. Eyes, throat, nose, groin. Any sensitive spot you can think of. It's unlikely that a 130 pounds untrained person can stop a 280 pound weightlifter by punching him in the chest. However, kicking him in the groin will stop him cold in his tracks. Never take the fight to the ground. Despite what those UFC/MMA guys say, this will get ugly. There can be broken glass, nails, dirty shit all over the ground. There's also a risk of getting your head slammed on concrete or some other hard floor material. Also, if the opponent has any buddies, you won't be able to fight them off from the ground. MMA fights take place on softer grounds and on a 1v1 basis. It'll help you prepare for some element of street fighting, but not all. MMA also does not allow stomping, which will fuck you up if you're going to the ground. Keep your hands up by your temple. Haymakers are common first moves in street fights, and this can mean the difference between getting knocked out vs being able to fight back. You do not want to get knocked out, especially in a street fight, since your head will be landing on hard ground when that happens. This can give you a really bad concussion or possibly kill you. Keep in mind when the blow lands, even with your hands up, you will get hurt and disorientated. This is just how physics and human physiology works. If you do not know proper punching technique, use your palm to strike harder spots like the face, jaw, nose. Although the palm strike has less force than a punch, it is still sufficient enough to knock someone out. A palm strike upwards at the nose can break it. Punching can seriously fuck up your hand/wrist without proper training. The hands and knuckles are made up of small but many bones, and it's really easy to see how things can break with so much force behind it. Also, if you damage your hand without finishing the fight, you're down one arm and the rest of the fight is going to suck. Rule to go by: punch soft spots like stomach, palm hard spots like the face/jaw. Bottom line, you're going to get hurt and possibly killed. This isn't going to be some magical kung fu movie where you come out unscathed. Even punching someone/something can damage your hands. It's gonna look ugly and shit's gonna happen. Let me know if you guys got questions. My dad had a technique to avoid fights. He called it the jellyfish defense. It goes like this. 1. Someone hits you. 2. You fall to the ground. 3. You fake convulsions and start foaming at the mouth. 4. Your opponent thinks they've done some serious brain damage and realize they could get into deep shit and run away. 5. Wipe the drool off your chin and strut away like the 90-pound bitch that you are. Judo coach here. Best advice I can give anyone looking for advice. Avoid the fight as best you can. If no exit is available, be the first one to strike. If you do not know how to punch, strike with an open palm. Slap. An open palm strike to the face or ear in a flurry can cause major disorientation. Stomp on the feet on your attacker if they are close enough to you, and then push them backwards. Stepping on someone's foot with the added push would cause them to either trip or step backward in an attempt to free themselves. This is most likely dislocate their ankle if you keep applying pressure, and trust me, this shit hurts. Single joint manipulation, i.e. grab fingers and pull. Pretty self-explanatory. Broken fingers means no more punching for your attacker, so grab if they swing, and don't let go. So I was lucky. My dad boxed, we counted shoulder hits for points, and wrestled with me for years. So when I was faced with no way out situations, I surprised everyone and kicked butt. My advice: don't fight. If you don't know what you are doing, don't. If you are fighting someone like me, you are likely going to get hurt. Let me say it again. Fighting is serious and it hurts. If you are attacked, protect your head and try not to get knocked down. Keep talking. Tell them there are other options. Address why they are mad and try to talk it down. If you can't, well, it's going to go fast. Really fast. If they are punching, keep your hands up in front of the sides of your chin, shoulders forward and chin in. This protects your head. Protect yourself. Don't punch. You have to absorb body punches so your head can be protected. It is going to hurt. That is okay. It is a fight. If it is wrestling or grabbing, keep your hands up in their face. Think of pressure points in back of ear, front of shoulder, under chin, underarm. You can find them on yourself. Also, if they grab, pull away in the direction of their thumb. It is the easiest way to break a grip. Also, if they are grabbing you, that is when you need to do something. Try to hit when they are grabbing. Don't punch. Unless you are doing push-ups on your knuckles, you probably won't be very effective with punches, and punching exposes your head. Use your knees, elbows, great for leverage to keep them from closing the distance. Forearms, body, neck, and forehead, on their nose. These are great weapons up close. Remember, no matter what, everything you do will hurt. It is okay. It is a fight. If someone grabs your hair, deal with the pain. Force your hands between their arms and around to the back of their neck. At that point you control their balance and you can headbutt the heck out of them, or roll them to the left or right. It's fight over if they are that dumb. If they get you in a headlock, stamp feet, elbow, pinch, scrunch your chin down toward your chest. Use your elbow to create distance. Don't let their arm go under your chin. Don't let them choke you out. Grab for their thumbs and twist backwards. Try to force your arm up next to their body and between your neck and their arm and dig your elbow into them. It works. Again, expect it to hurt. Being scared or trying to avoid pain gives them a huge advantage. With no fighting experience, you need try to talk your way out of it first. Seriously. If they took offense, say sorry. If you fucked up, own it. If you slept with someone they love, yep, you will probably get a beating. But still, apologize. Only bad things can happen in a fight, and avoiding it is worth it. Protect your head. The rest of your body they can reattach. You got in this situation. Don't blame anyone else. Don't play a victim. If you get home, start doing push-ups, bear crawls, planks, and body weight squats. You need strength to defend yourself next time. Other option, ask for help from someone big that you don't know well. It is worth a try. Protect your head. If you can help it, don't fight. Seriously, 99 times out of 100 there's a way out, even if you look like a coward, or whatever other bullshit some people put too much stock in. That being said, here's 3 rules. There's no such thing as a fair fight. Someone will always be at an advantage, and if you're forced into a fight then you need to grab that shovel leaning against the wall, or that flashlight on the table, kick him in the nuts, hell, take out a knife and stab them a little. Remember though, this should be avoided if you can help it. Fight to maim or kill. I know a guy who beat the shit out of someone for cutting in line at a movie theater, kicked them in the head while they were down, and then pissed on them. He's changed a lot since then. He's a pretty cool dude now. You don't know what that person would or could do to you. If they knock you out, they may very well beat you to death. Clearly they are doing something wrong if they are forcing you to fight. So your goal should be to end the fight as quickly and as painfully as possible. If they've really forced you into a corner and you fear for your life, then fight like your life depends on it. If there's really no escape, then self-defense is a legal defense, and even if you do get prison time, at least you're alive. There is no honor in fighting. Find a way out. If you really actually can't, then see rules 1 and 2. The whole don't fight if you can help it, and some actual fighting techniques have been covered pretty well here, so I'll just say never ever judge a book by its cover. Assume that anyone you're getting in a physical confrontation with is extremely dangerous. It doesn't matter if they're 5 feet 3/115 pounds or 6'9/300 lbs. When you think you have the advantages when you lose. And if it's a street fight, losing can mean your death. Former bouncer. Nobody wins fights. There are people that come out slightly better than others. But even the winner will have some injuries. Pussy out and walk away at every opportunity. Yes, I'm a pussy. Yes, my mother is a whore. As someone who has been to the police station charged with assault, GBH, attempt murder, fighting is always the last option. You will carry injuries and permanent reminders of all punch-ups. On cold mornings, every single broken bone and twisted ligament screams abuse from the things you have forced them through. Your hands will become arthritic and permanently sore. Work on having a good jab or open hand strike to nose or middle of face. Cause your opponent loss of vision and bleeding from nose, and more importantly give you a chance to get away. As with groin strikes, gain some confidence in your own physical abilities. You may find that you can actually box on a rudimentary level or enjoy rolling in BJJ school. Bullies almost never pick someone with self-confidence that clearly isn't a victim. Always have spatial awareness of your surroundings. Always protect your head and groin. Always look for opportunity to make distance between you and attacker. Keep thinking. Do everything you can to avoid it. Talk your way out, walk away, run away, call the cops. There are just too many variables in a fight to be certain enough of the outcome to enter one willingly. When suspect it is going to happen, no matter what you do to avoid it, prepare yourself mentally. Remember that you did not provoke it. You didn't, did you? Every decision that led up to the fight has been made by the other guy. You don't want to fight. He is assaulting you. Fix it in your mind that he has given up any right he had to honorable, respectful, or fair treatment. He is forcing this situation upon you. When you are certain the fight is going to happen, strike first, strike hard, fight dirty as hell, put them down, and get the hell out of there. I grew up in a somewhat bad area, then worked in bars for a while. I have no qualms at all about dirty tactics like sucker punches and nut shots. It is not about fair or honorable, it is only about hurting them enough that they stop fighting before they hurt you enough to make you stop. End it as fast as possible. Once they stop fighting, you stop and get safe. Call the police ASAP. The one who calls and gets his story in first will often be regarded as the more reliable of the parties involved. Don't get a few extra kicks in. Don't do some MMA style ground and pound. You were only fighting to defend yourself against a threat. Once the actual threat is over, self-defense turns into assault very quickly in the eyes of a prosecutor. Do not, ever, as a normal, well-adjusted human being, try to defend yourself with a knife or willingly engage in a knife fight. Do not attempt to scare off a mugger by pulling a knife. Do not flash a knife on your belt or in your pocket to that doucher bag at the party. Do not respond to someone threatening you with a knife by pulling out your own knife. Knife fights do not exist. There are no knife fights. There are murders and attempted murders. So if that's what you're shopping for, I guess you can go for it. Some people teach knife fighting and knife defenses. Some people have martial arts based entirely around the use of the knife. That's fine. Some of that stuff is pretty cool from a martial art perspective, and when it comes to the rest of it, I think we can all agree a little make-believe is sometimes nice. But pretending that in the real world you actually come into a situation where you get to pull out your knife and the other guy does too, and you have a nice little showdown makes you a delusional psychopath. Pretending that you can respond to someone pulling a knife on you while unarmed with anything other than well played sir. Here is my wallet, I hope it is to your liking, makes you suicidal. TL. Doctor, don't engage with a knife. Think about it like simplified rock/paper/scissors. I play scissors, I win. You play scissors, you win. We both play a scissors, we both lose. Source: a guy who was taught how to knife fight as a teen and then grew up. I grew up in the rough and tumble South and even fought my little brother pretty hard once. Learned a little karate and taekwondo on the side, then joined the US Army and fought in Iraq. I find being calm, respectful, showing that you're still willing to compromise or back down yourself, and holding in your display of fear helps dissuade a potential street fight. It's honestly a good idea if the fight is about something that doesn't need to be fought over, like if someone just said something racist about you, to just throw your hands up and surrender. Go, alright, enough. Fine. I'm done. Then just half turn slow away, still facing them enough to have you rile them, and just walk a few steps away watching them, then just leave the field. It's the stronger man that can ignore his pride and not fall to violence. You can knock anybody out in less than 30 seconds without throwing a punch, if you can get the right hold on him. With both hands facing palms down, and about the same distance apart as with your thumbs touching each other, jam your hands inside his shirt until the base of your palms are touching the collar. Then pull the collar into a fist, and rotate your hands, until they are now facing up. Pull him in close to you, and hold on tight. This forces your fists into his jugular veins and cuts off the blood supply to the brain and he will pass out. I have done it twice to drunks who wanted to fight at a bar. Because no punches were thrown and nobody there was able to figure out what had happened, I didn't have to fight any of the hero buddies that inevitably want to join in the fracas.